My name is Shaher Sayed, uh, born and raised in Palestine in the city of Hebron. Came to the US in the mid-80s. We come from like a small town next to the city. So my father was one of the first ones to be a reader and learn how to read and write and all that. So that raised his status in the town. He became a merchant after that, traveled around, and every time what he did to me and to my life specifically is every time he traveled, he'll come back with more books. So I grew up loving to read books and all that. I came here to get a higher education degree, spend a couple of years and go back. I had an undergrad degree from Palestine, so I wanted to add to it a grad degree from here. And so I was excited, looking forward to it. I knew it was a challenge, but it's like an adventure, really. I come here and I barely had enough money to pay for the first summer session. So I had to start working. And my third day in the US, that's when I got my first job, washing dishes. So for the duration of my whole study, I will go to school in the morning, finish school, put a uniform and go work until maybe 1 or 2 after midnight. So that, making sure I have the tuition for the next semester, that was a big challenge. But what happened, I started working in Burlington before I moved to it. And for about a good 6 months, I commuted from Winston-Salem to Burlington to work. So I had a good feel of people and things around here. I was warned too many times that Burlington is not the friendliest towards foreigners, strangers, anything that can be defined as the other. So in the beginning, trying to blend. But then after, when I decided to bring my family, I realized really trying to blend and lose your identity is not the solution. So I remember when first week we moved here with my family, we ventured out and knocking on the neighbors' doors and introducing ourselves to them. And so the best way to be part of this community is to let them know we're here and deal with them. So it was okay. I mean, we had very dear friends that happened as a result of that. We had few rejections, doors closed in our faces, but we persisted, and the little success in making a friend here and there, just you keep working on it. We wanted to have a place to be the focal for us as Muslims, and for Muslims the natural focus point or gathering place is a masjid or an Islamic center, and that was missing from Burlington. So we start looking for that until we found this church. And I remember myself driving down the street down American Street and seeing the big sign that says for sale. We really had a lot of faith. We didn't have the money that was needed, and I personally, on behalf of the community, made the commitment financially that we will buy it, and we gave the date, and then after that we start trying to find the money to pay it. But God made it easy, and we had the money ready when it was needed. As soon as somebody had news of Muslims buying a church, so that's a double thing, that there is Muslims here. Like, I mean, we just came in, and then buying a church and changing the church into a mosque. So there was threats, and there was things like go dump some, put a big head on the front door. No, we shouldn't allow this to happen, and just some kind of this kind of short-sighted threats that happened. Just at that time, the police department approached us and said, "You aware of this?" We said, "We just knew about it." So we said, "What are you gonna do with it?" And we just instantly told them we're going to do what our religion teaches to do. And our response was to come here with the United Church of Christ, which was still here in this building. And we did an open day together, Muslims and Christians, to serve the community. And during it, we said this is how we respond to negativism, by being more productive, which is a verse in our holy book that it says, respond to evil with good and positivity, and that way turn enemies into friends. And that thing really did bring many enemies back to being friends.